to driving.
It shows 2020-06-19 0502 driving.
Lana ke ichaza ilanga ukuthi i-19 zika June 2020 isikhathi mzuzu u2 emva ko5 iyahamba.
Nako 2:10.
And the time was 2:10.
Yes, just place the entire time on record.
Ilokeleng kamoka.
Or
Nako yewe.
2 double
Hour nako.
nako. Okay, 2026-19 Okay, sorry.
It's
10 double dot 10
seconds. It's 2020-06-19 and the time there is 0:02 and 10 seconds.
Ichaza isikhathi ke ukuthi 2020 unyaka 19 zika June 502 amanijana nje ayishumi.
Status driving.
And the status, it shows that the vehicle is driving.
Nokuthi imoto yayihamba
Speed 10.
Driving at a speed of 10.
sivinini kwaku10
Order 0.
The order is 0.
auto kuno 0
Location near Belfast Street, Pretoria, North Pretoria.
And it was driving near Belfast Street in Pretoria.
And just for record,
futhi ke nendawo eduze ke ne-Benfeld Street ePretoria North ePretoria.
and just for record purposes, who was driving the vehicle?
Ke mang o be a reila
Understand.
koloi iwe?
Where drive again now?
It was driven by myself.
Imina owayeshayela imoto leyo.
Just for record purposes, just put the time when you arrive at the police station.
Nke le re botse ka nako e be le fihla police station
The
ka
second
yona.
line there,
Mo
in the-
thaladi wa go latela wa bobedi.
just 4 lines above where you were reading.
Ya bone go tloga mo be le bala gona.
Okay. 1, 2. Hey,
E leng ya bobedi.
No.
Nke re be le bala ya botshela.
Yeah.
Na pile ge le ya godimo.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Eh.
Year 2020-06-19.
It says 2020-06-19
Kwakuyi-19 zika June 2020
Nako 4.50.18.
and the time was 4:50.18 seconds.
nokuthi ke isikhathi ke kwaku450 naninjana awu80.
And the location,
Location ya gona e reng?
Near General Divet Street, Pretoria,
And
North.
it is near General Divet Street in Pretoria North.
Eduze ke kwestrata i-General Divet ePretoria North ePretoria.
just in terms of exhibit MM2, when you were driving off at 0502 on the 19th of June 2020, where were you headed to?
Ge be le reila le kgwetša ka 0502 moye ya botshelela. Lena le be le reila le yabe.
Maria Foslorus Court.
We were going to Foslorus Court.
Lana ke ethi khona 0502 le ifundi beqala ke uma sisuka ke lapho sasihamba siya enkantolo eFosters.
Yes, to do what?
Le be le yo diang.
Berisha Musari wa Court.
We were taking the accused to court.
Yes, which accused?
Motshwari wa
Case
mo-
number 2, Bongani Ntanzi.
Accused number 2 Bongani Ntanzi.
Asihambisa ke umsolwa ke ngalelo langa ngihambisa ngimisa enkantolo yena ke umsolwa wesibili ubongani Ntanzi.
Can you just maybe focus on the location, put on record how you drove?
Nke le lebelleng mola mo location le re botse gore lena le kgweditše jwang.
Okay, Rila Ottawa Police Station la Tsipalaga Benfeld Street,
From-
Pretoria North.
From the police station, my lord, we used Benfenuyun Street, Pretoria North.
Masiphuma ke khona ke epolice station sahamba ke sisebenzisa yona iBenfeld Street.
Ratsanaga Rachel De Beer Street, Pretoria North.
And we went into Rachel De Beer Street in Pretoria North.
Sangena ke kulesi straat esibhalwe lana iRachel De Beer Street ePretoria North.
Ratsanaga M1 Road, Pretoria North.
From there, we went into M1 North, Pretoria North.
Sase singena ke kulesi silandelayo iM1 ePretoria North.
Rasipalaga yona M1 Road, Pretoria North. Officialary Richa Eskiam Patel Drive, Mayville, Pretoria.
We proceeded with M1 Road, Pretoria North, until we took Eskia Mphahlele Drive,
Intere sepela ke Skia.
Sorry, sase sihamba ngayo ke i-M1 leyo ke saze sayofika ke eSkia Mphahlele Drive eMayville ePretoria.
Century sire sepela ka Skia Mphahlele Drive ra tla ka Mountain View Pretoria.
Whilst we were still using Eskia Mphahlele, we then took Mountain View in Pretoria.
Ma sahamba ngayo ke iSkia Mphahlele leyo sase sihlangana nayo ke Mountain View ePretoria.
Ra tsena ka Roseville Pretoria re sale mo Skia Mphahlele.
And we went into Roseville in Pretoria whilst we were still in Eskia Mphahlele.
Sahamba ngayo ke iSkia Mphahlele leyo sase siyohlangana ke neRoseville.
Ra feta Capital Park Pretoria re sa sepela ka Skia Mphahlele gape.
We passed Capital Parks in Pretoria while still on Eskia Mphahlele.
Sisekuyona ke iSkia Mphahlele leyo sandlula ke eCapital Park.
Sale Skia Mphahlele Drive ra feta gape Technicon Rent Pretoria.
Whilst we were still on Eskia Mphahlele, we also passed Technicon Rank in Pretoria.
Sisahamba ngayo ke iSkia Mphahlele sase siyohlangana ke neTechnicon Rent ePretoria.
Umer sale mo Skia Mphahlele ra tla to east ra tla ka Pretoria West.
Whilst we were still on Eskia Mphahlele, we then Eskia Mphahlele Drive East, we then went into Pretoria West.
Sahamba ngayo ke iSkia Mphahlele Drive east sayodlula ke ePretoria West.
Re feta tsela Skia Mphahlele tsena ka Francis Bar Skogronte 648.J a ke bona nna ke in Pretoria.
And whilst the Eskia Mphahlele Road, it then took us into Franz Bart Street, Skogrond 6 Showgrounds 6-4, and I do not see what other numbers, but it was still in Pretoria.
Sahamba ngayo ke iSkia Mphahlele leyo ePretoria West ke sayohlangana nayo iFrancis Bar Street showgrounds ngibona ukuthi ibhalweni lapha kodwa akusese Pretoria.
Napile ra tsena ka Nanasita Street Skogronte 648J something Pretoria.
And we also used Nanasita Street Showgrounds right in Pretoria as well.
Sahamba ngayo ke saze sayofika ke noma sayohlangana neNanasita.
Umera sepela ka Sophie de Brain Street Pretoria Central.
We also used Sophie de Brain Street in Pretoria Central.
Sayohlangana ke noma sahamba ke ngayo iSophie de Brain Street ePretoria maphakathi nedolobha.
Re feta ra sepela ka Dequa Road Salvo Pop Pretoria.
After that, we used Dequa Road, Salvekop in Pretoria.
Saze sayohlangana ke noma sahamba ngayo iDequa mgwaqo iDequa eSalvokop ePretoria.
Umera tara feta gape ka usili Jan Smart Drive Salvokop Pretoria.
We also passed Jan Smart Drive, Salvekop in Pretoria.
Sayofika noma sayodlula ke kuyona iJan Smart Drive eSalvokop khona ePitoli.
Umera tena ka Schoeman Freeway Salvokop Pretoria.
We then went into Ben Schoeman Freeway, Salvekop in Pretoria.
Saze siyohlangana ke noma siyongena ke kuyona ke iBen Schoeman Freeway eSalvokop ePitoli.
Sepela gape ka Ben Schoeman go fihlela re tla Groenkloof 358JR Pretoria.
We proceeded in Ben Schoeman Freeway until we got to Groenkloof 358 JR in Pretoria.
Saze sihamba ngayo ke saze siyohlangana ke nayo iBen Schoeman sihamba ngayo ke iBen Schoeman leyo sayohlangana neGroenkloof 358 JR ePitoli.
Umera sa sepela ka Ben Schoeman gape ra tla ka di Hoves Centurion.
Whilst we were still driving on Ben Schoeman, we then went into the Hoves in Centurion.
Sahamba ngayo ke iBen Schoeman leyo sayohlangana ke neDiHoves eCenturion.
Sale mo ka Ben Schoeman gape ra re Littleton 88 Centurion.
Whilst we were still on Ben Schoeman, we went into Littleton in Centurion.
Sahamba ngayo ke iBen Schoeman sayohlangana ke neLittleton eCenturion.
Ra sepela ka yona gape ra kopana le Swartkop Centurion.
We proceeded in Ben Schoeman until we met Swartkop in Centurion.
Sihamba ngayo ke-Ben Schoeman saze sayofika noma sayohlangana ne-Swartkop e-Centurion.
Sa sepela ka Ben Schoeman gape ra tla ka Brakfontein 399 Centurion.
While still using Ben Schoeman Freeway, we then came across Brankfont 399 in Centurion.
Sahamba ngayo ke i-Ben Schoeman leyo sayohlangana ke ne-Brakfontein 399 Centurion.
Ra tla gape ka yona Ben Schoeman ra feta Low Ladia Centurion.
And whilst we were still on Ben Schoeman, we then also came across Lowladia in Centurion.
Sisahamba ngayo i-Ben Schoeman sayohlangana ke ne-Lowladia e-Centurion.
Salmo Ben Schoeman gape ra feta Halfway Gardens Midrand.
Whilst we were still on Ben Schoeman, we then also passed Halfway Gardens in Midrand.
Sahamba ngayo ke leyo ke sayohlangana ne-Halfway ku-N1 Freeway ne-Halfway Gardens e-Midrand.
Omera sepela gape ra feta Waterfall 5 nakibo numero Midrand.
And we were still on Ben Schoeman, and then we passed Waterfall 5, and I do not see that number, however it was in Midrand.
Sahamba ngayo ke sayohlangana ke Waterfall or Waterfall khona ke e-Midrand.
M1 Freeway would meet Santin.
And it proceeded into M1 Freeway, Woodmead in Senton.
Sahamba ngayo ke saze sayohlangana ke ne-Woodmead e-Centurion.
Misal M1 gape ra feta M1 Freeway Batlu.
Still on M1, we passed Batlu Freeway.
Sisahamba ngayo ke i-M1 leyo sayofika ke i-Batlu Centurion.
Ra feta Eastgate Santin.
We passed Eastgate in Senton.
Sayidlula i-Eastgate e-Centurion.
Misal M1 Freeway ra tla ka Wynberg Santin.
While still on M1 Freeway, we passed Wynberg in Senton.
Sekona ku M1 Freeway sayidlula e-Wynberg e-Centurion.
Ra latela ka Bramley Park Santin.
Followed by Bramley Park in Senton.
Kulandela ke i-Bramley Park e-Centurion.
Ra latela ka Safer Fontaine 51J something Johannesburg.
And we followed by Safer Fountain 51J, and the other number I do not see in Johannesburg.
Sasahamba ngayo ku M1 lowo sayofika ke e-Safer Fontaine 51 e-Johannesburg.
Salmo M1 Freeway gape ra feta Houghton Estate.
Still on M1 Freeway, my lord, we passed Houghton Estate.
Sisahamba ngayo ku M1 Freeway sayofika ke Houghton Estate.
Omera feta Kilani M1 Freeway gape.
And still on M1 Freeway, we passed Kilani.
Sisahamba ngayo ku M1 sayofika ke i-Kilani.
Ra tla gape M1 Freeway ra feta Parktown.
While still on M1 Freeway, we passed Parktown.
Sisekona ku M1 Freeway sayofika ke noma sayidlula i-Parktown
Parktown Johannesburg.
Parktown, which is in Johannesburg.
eSegoli.
Ra tla gape Freeway Johannesburg.
And proceeded still in that freeway in Johannesburg.
Siqhubeka ngayo ke leyo freeway leyo eGoli.
Ya feta gape ya M1 Freeway Selby.
And it proceeded to M1 Freeway in Selby.
Yaqhubeka ke ngo-M1 Freeway eSelby.
Ya latela ke Omonde 99 IR Johannesburg South.
Followed by M1 Freeway, Omonde 91 IR, Johannesburg South.
Landelwa ke yona ku M1 Freeway Omonde 99 eJohannesburg.
Excuse me. Salmo M1 Freeway gape ra feta Robert Sam Johannesburg South.
Whilst we were still on the M1 Freeway, we passed Robert Sam, Johannesburg South.
Sisekona ke u-M1 Freeway usandlula ke kuyona ke i-Robert M Johannesburg South.
Ya tla gape ra latela ka Evans Park Johannesburg South.
And whilst we were still on the M1 Freeway, we passed Evans Park in Johannesburg South.
Sisekona ku M1 lowo kasandlula ke i-Evans Park eJohannesburg South.
Ya change atsela gape N2 Freeway Mondio Johannesburg South.
And now we went into the M12,
N12.
N12, November 12 Freeway, Mondio in Johannesburg South.
Sasemanje ke sesingena ke kuyona ke u-N12 Freeway eMondio eJohannesburg South.
Ra sepela ka yona ra feta N12 Freeway, Alberton, Johannesburg South.
And whilst we were still on the N12 freeway, we passed Alberton, Johannesburg South.
Sisakena ke N12 freeway sandlula ke Alberton, Johannesburg South.
Safita gape N1 Freeway, Diepkloof 319 IQ, Johannesburg South.
And we passed the N1 freeway, Diepkloof 319 IQ in Johannesburg South.
Sisandlula ke na ku N1 freeway e Diepkloof 319 IQ e Johannesburg South.
Ratsana gape ka Old Potchefstroom Road, Diepkloof 319 IQ, Johannesburg South.
And we used the old Potchefstroom Road, Diepkloof 319 IQ in Johannesburg South.
Sasesindlula ke kwendlela ke lomgwaqo ke abathi Old Potchefstroom Road e Diepkloof 319 IQ e Johannesburg South.
Sasipela gape ya Old Potchefstroom Road, Diepkloof 319 IQ, Soweto.
As we were still driving, my lord, it then went into Old Potchefstroom Road, Diepkloof 319 IQ in Soweto.
Sisahamba ke kuyona ke Old Potchefstroom Road umgwaqo lowo ke e Diepkloof 319 IQ e Soweto.
Sa driver gape Ratsana ka Chris Hani Road, Power Park, Soweto.
Whilst we were still driving, we went into Chris Hani Road, Power Parks in Soweto.
Sahamba kanjalo ke sandlula ke kumgwaqo ke iKhrisani e Power Park e Soweto.
Elatelang near Elias Motswaledi Road, Dlamini, Soweto.
The following one, it then went into near Elias Motswaledi Road in Dlamini in Soweto.
Elandelayo ke kwabo ke umgwaqo ke iElias Motswaledi e Dlamini e Soweto.
Awulatela Chris Hani Road, Dlamini, Soweto.
It was followed by Chris Hani Road in Dlamini in Soweto.
Olandelayo ke kwaba umgwaqo ke iKhrisani e Dlamini e Soweto.
Sepitsa ka yona ufihlela Oma Street, Dlamini, Soweto.
We followed the Chris Hani Road in Dlamini, Soweto until we got to Goma Street in Dlamini in Soweto.
Sihambile ngayo ke eDlamini obe sawufika ke eKoma Street eDlamini eSoweto.
Apile rasepela gape Rataka Makalima Street, Moroka.
Then we drove into Makalima Street in Moroka.
Sihamba ngayo ke sasingena ke kumgwaqo noma ke strato ke iMakalima eMoroka eSoweto.
Apile motoro wa idler.
From there the motor vehicle was idling.
And which place is this?
Ibe ile mo kae?
Moroka Police Station.
It was now at Moroka Police Station.
Lapho ke imoto nje yayiduma ke noma lokho akabiza ukuthi ke idler eMoroka Police Station eSoweto.
And what time was the time of arrival?
Ibe ile nako manga be le fihla.
Kano re fihle ka 6:22 ka re tsena re emenyana ya idler.
I can say we arrived at 6:22 because we stopped upon our arrival and it kept on idling.
Ngizothi ke isikhathi esafika ngaso ke lesi sibhale lapha na ke u6:22 ngoba safika ke sema khona ke imoto yabe iduma ke noma iidler.
Can you once again just clarify for record purposes why you drove to Moroka Police Station?
Nke le re tlhalosetse gore e khone go gatishwa gore go baneng le na le la ya Moroka Police Station.
Ka ke le ka tlhalosetsa gore kano ka re tswa police station kwa ke kelela mogala go tswa go Brigadier Gininda.
As I've explained to court that as we were driving when we were leaving, I got a call from Mr. Gininda,
Bese ngishilo ke ngaphambi ke
Brigadier Gininda.
chazela lenkantolo ke ukuthi ngase ngisahamba ke ngemoto leyo ke ngase ngithola ucingo olubuya kuyena uBrigadier Gininda.
Or pele re ya Fosolras Court re fete Moroka Police Station.
And instructed me that before going to First Floras Court, we should firstly pass by Moroka Police Station.
Engitshela ke ukuthi ngaphambilini kokuthi ngihambe ngiye enkantolo yase Fosolras kuzofanele ukuthi ngiyodlula ke epolice station yase Moroka.
Ba o kwelele motho wa ka tsia confession ya Ntanzi, accused number 2.
As he had found a person that would be able to take a confession from the accused number 2, Bongani Ntanzi.
Esho ke ukuthi wayesemtholile ke umuntu owayezothatha ke istatement noma la awayezothi khona ke uBongani Ntanzi agonyuluke khona.
Can you just then go back to Exhibit MM2 after the last idle? What happened there? And the status?
Go bona botlhatsi bo we ka moraga idling ya mafelelo go diragetseng.
Ka date ya 2026-19-0646 kana ko 0646.28 seconds kile ka tima motoro.
On the date of the 19th of June 2020 at 6:46:28 seconds, I then switched off the ignition.
Kwathi ke ngazo i-19 zika June 2020 isikhathi ke 06:48:28 nama seconds ke ngase ngicisha ke imoto.
And the location?
Lebelele kae?
Vele Makalima Street, Moroka Police Station.
The location was in Makalima Street in Moroka Police Station in Soweto.
Indawo ke kwakuse kwistrata ke iMakhalima eMoroka eSoweto.
Yes, then the next activity under that?
Napile ka moraga mo we e reng
Sal 26-19-08-12-06 startup. Golea Duma.
on the same date of the 19th of June 2020 at 06:12:06 seconds. That's when
08.
08. My apologies, my lord. At 08:12, that's when the vehicle was ignited. It started up.
Sal
Ngazo ke i-19 zika June 2020 isikhathi ke 08:12:06 ama seconds ila engadumisa khona ke imoto futhi.
Sal ka Mogara Police Station ya Moroka.
And we were still at Moroka Police Station.
Sengaphakathi ke kuyona i-police station yaseMoroka.
We know we get all the space some to pakile space some tabergang mola we shuti shakoloi.
And I was moving the vehicle as I had blocked someone's space, someone that worked at Moroka Police Station.
Ngangisusa ke imoto ngoba kwawukuthi ke ngangivaleleke noma ngisendaweni ke yomuntu osebenza khona lapho eMoroka.
Omer salona mo ya idle gape.
Whilst we were still there, it idled again.
Sisekhona lapho ke imoto yayisaduma ke futhi
Ka Lonel Churchill we ka 8:35 ka tima motoro.
On the same day at 8:35, I switched off the vehicle.
yeah. Ngayo ke 8:35 ngaphinda futhi ke imoto ngayicisha.
Sal ka Mogara.
The AVL, sorry, the AVL shows that the vehicle was idling from 8:21 until 8:31. Do you remember what the reason was?
E bontsha mo we gore koloi e bentse e duma go tlogella ka 8:21 go fitlhella ka 8:31 le a tseba gore lebaka e be leng. Yes, I still remember.
Mshutshisi uthi ke kuyabonakala ke la ukuthi imoto yayiduma ke kusuka ngalesi sikhathi leso 8:21 8:26 kwaze kwayoshaya ke 8:31 uthi yebo ngiyasazi isizathu ukuthi kwakuyini.
Ka re go tonya be ke shumisha hitara.
As it was cold, I was using the heater, my lord.
Nanjengoba ke kwakubanda ke noma kwakunamakhaza ke ngalelo langa lelo ke ngangilayite i-heater.
Yes, the next activity after ignition off?
Napile ka moraga gore ignition e timiwe gwa diragala eng.
Ya kile ka starta gape ka 10:08.
I ignited the vehicle again at 10:08.
Kwathi ke ngalelo langa lelo ke ngo 10:08 ngadumisa imoto futhi.
Sal ka Mogara Police Station gape.
And I was still at the police station.
Ngisengaphakathi ke kuyona i-police station.
Ka tloga ganyane.
And then it moves
Ka 10:13.
at 10:13.
And what was the reason?
Yase isuka ke
Lebaka e be leng?
10:13 sorry.
Re shetse re lukishetsa go tloga.
We were now
Kwa Moroka re ya Fosloras.
preparing to drive from Moroka to Vosloorus.
Sase silungisela ke ukuhamba khona ke eMoroka siya eVosloorus.
Yes.
Omega re la ganyane idle gape.
I drove just a little bit as it was still idling.
Hamba ke kancane nje nanjengoba yayisaduma ke.
Yes, it shows that the vehicle was idling from 10:14:48 until 10:44:30. What was the reason?
E bontsha gore koloi e bentse e duma go tlogella ka 10:14:48 go go fitlhella ka 10:44 lebaka e beileng
be re sa lokisha ona re so sepela bjang mo tseleng
lana ke kuyabonakala ke ukuthi imoto leyana ke yayiduma ke ngayo u-10:14 kusuka ngayo u-10:14 lana kwaze kwashaya u-10:39 ne okay go over.
And we were still preparing to how are we going to get to Vosloorus.
Sase lungiselela ke ukuthi sasa yofika kanjani ke khona eVosloorus.
Umeya idla gape
And it was idling again.
Yes, after the last idle, what was the next activity?
Kamera ga gore e duma gona mauwe go diragetseng.
ile ya tima gape
The ignition was turned off.
The time?
Yayisaduma ke khona lapha ke kuyena u-10:44 emuva kwalokho ngase ngiyithisha ke.
Nako e be e reng
10:46
10:46 was the time, my lord.
Isikhathi ke kwaku-10:46.
Yes, in seconds?
Metsotswana
10:46.56
10:46 and 56 seconds.
Ama-seconds ke ayu-56.
Yes, next activity?
Napile ka moraga mauwe go diragala eng.
sa lona tšatši la re 2026 19:11:42
It was on the same day of the 19th of June 2020,
start up gape sa la moraga police station
and at 11:42 that is when I ignited the vehicle once more.
Ngalo lelo langa ke lange-19 zikaJune 2020 isikhathi ke 11:42 ngayidumisa futhi ke imoto.
mme ka lona tšatši leo gape 11:42 09 seconds sorry 11 ignition off sa la moraga police station
And on the same day, my lord, of the 19th of June 2020 at 11:42 and 9 seconds, the ignition went off.
Ngalo ke lelo langa lelo ke lange-19 zikaJune 2020 isikhathi ke 11:42:09 la ngaye-switcha off khona noma ngiyithisha khona ke imoto.
mme lona le tšatši leo gape 2020-06-19 11:59:00
And on that same day, my lord, of the 19th of June 2020 at 11:59:00 seconds,
ka starta gape koloi e sa le morago police station ya Moroka
I ignited the vehicle whilst we were still at the at Moroka police station.
Ngalo lelo langa lelo ke lange-19 zikaJune 2020 umzuzu nje owodwa ngaphambi kwayo ishumi nambili ila engayidumisa khona ke imoto ngangisengaphakathi ke kuyona i-police station yaseMoroka.
gomme ka 2020 06-19 12 o'clock 15 seconds ka starta go driver
And on the same day of the 19th of June 2020 at 12:00 15 seconds, I started driving.
Ngalo
Yes.
lelo langa lange-19 zikaJune 2020 isikhathi ke kwakuse-12 ke manje ngaqala ke ukuhamba.
And what was the reason?
Lebaka be leng
re setse re feditše ka ntanzi go dira confession re ya court e Vosloorus
we were done with Ntanzi as he had made a confession, and we were now going to Vosloorus.
Sase siqedile ke ngaye uNtanzi ke la awayegonyuluka khona ke sase manje sisundlulela khona ke eVosloorus.
Yes, can you indicate the route that you traveled?
Ngele re tlhalosetse ge ditsela tše e leng gore lena le sepetse ka tšona.
ke sa lona letšatši leo nka se ba le dinako ke tla no bala gore le tsamaele kae
On the same day, I will not mention the times, however, I will mention the route which we took.
Ngalelo langa lelo ke angeke ngesa ichaza.
Now you must mention the time if it's there.
oh, okay
Ba re le bolele gore nako e be e reng.
okay
Kanto lithi ke akachaze ke isikhathi benganiswela ukuthi asichaze isikhathi bezochaza nje umzila ke kodwa inkantolo ngicela ukuthi akachaze isikhathi uma ngabe ukuthi sikhona lapha.
alright ka 2026-19 12:00.15 driving Nyakoma Street Moroka Soweto
On the 19th of June 2020 at 12:00 and 15 seconds, I was driving near Koma Street in Moroka, Soweto.
Lana ke ngalo lelo langa lange-19 zikaJune 2020 isikhathi ke u-12 ngihamba ke kwestrado iKoma eMoroka.
2026-19 12:01 05 seconds driving near Chris Hani Dlamini
And on that same day at 12:01 and 5 seconds, my lord, I was driving near Chris Hani Road in Dlamini in Soweto.
Ngalo lelo langa lelo ke isikhathi ke noma i-19 zika June 2020 isikhathi u-12:01 ngihamba ke umgwaqo ke eDlamini eSoweto.
Umero sa tsamaka Krizani Road Lamini ratlaka nearly 12:03 ratla Krizani Road Klipspruit.
And whilst we were still driving on that same day at 12:03 and 5 seconds near Chris Hani Road in Klipspruit.
Ngalo langa futhi ke lange 19 zika June 2020 isikhathi ke u-12:03 sihamba ngawo ke umgwaqo ke iKrizani eKlipspruit eSoweto.
And there's an activity there, status.
Mo we go na le mo e leng gore e bontsha gore go diragetseng.
Hash braking.
It shows hash braking.
Do you remember the reason?
Le sa gopola lebaka? I do not remember what was the problem at that time.
Lana ke ukhuluma ke ngezindlela ke noma ke lokho kubhaliwe la ukuthi ke hash braking ke noma indlela ke yobreka nje angisasikhumbula izathu ke noma kwakuyini eyenzeka.
Salona Chatley 2026-19 got a 19-1208 driving near Old Potchefstroom Road, Deep Loop 319 IQ Soweto.
And on the same day, my lord, of the 19th of June 2020 at 12:08 and 5 seconds, I was driving near Old Potchefstroom Road in Deep Loop 319 IQ in Soweto.
19 June 2020 u-12:08 isikhathi ngihamba ke bona ke umgwaqo ke i-Old Potchefstroom e-Deep Loop 319 IQ eSoweto.
Salona letsatsi lo gape 2026-19 ka nako 12:08:35 seconds ra joina N12 Freeway Deep Loop 319 Soweto.
And on the same day of the 19th of June 2020 at 12:08 and 35 seconds, we then joined the N12 Deep Loop 319 IQ in Soweto.
19 June 2020 isikhathi ke u-12:08:35 ngihamba noma ngishayela ke u-N12 Freeway e-Deep Loop 319 IQ eSoweto.
Recipe ka na N12 Freeway yos ka no le jatlo fitla ka 12:10 15 seconds.
We proceeded on the same day using the N12 Freeway until 12:09 and 5 and 12:10 and 15 seconds.
Sihambile ke ngalo langa saze sayofika kwaze bayoshaya isikhathi u-12:10 nama seconds awu-15 sihamba kuyona ke lo mgwaqo loyo.
Recipe ka N12 Freeway Alberton.
And we were using the N12 Freeway in Alberton.
Sasihamba ngayo ke u-N12 Freeway e-Alberton.
Salona letsatsi lo gape 12:10 58 seconds ra tsena ka ra feta Soweto Street Ridgeway Johannesburg.
And on the same day at 12:10 and 58 seconds, we passed Soweto Street in Ridgeway in Johannesburg.
Ngazo i-19 lezo zika June 2020 u-12:10 u-58 seconds sayondlula ke kwistrada abathi yi-Soweto e-Ridgeway e-Johannesburg South.
Salona mo we gape 2020 0619 2011 go fitla ka it's 2020 619 1211 13 seconds. Recipe jaga N12 Freeway go fitla ka 2026 19 12 12 12 58 santsana le tsama ka N12 Freeway Ridgeway Winchester.
And we proceeded with N12 Freeway from 12:11:13 until 12:12:58, where we got into Glen Eagles in Johannesburg South.
Sihambile ke lana saze sayofika ke i-Ridgeway lena ukusuka ngaso isikhathi ke u-12:11:13 kwaze bayoshaya ke isikhathi lesa esi-12:12:58 sihamba ngayo kwe-N12 lena u-N12 Freeway ibhaleke i-Glen Eagles.
O mero sa sepela ka nela tšatši leo gape ka nako 12:14 seconds ra sepela ka N12 Freeway Basonia.
And whilst we were still driving on that same day at 12:14 and 00 seconds, we drove into N12 Freeway in Basonia.
Sisa ngalelo langa lelo ke isikhathi ke 12:14 ama seconds awekho ke 00 ngayo N12 Freeway eBasonia.
Go tloga ka lona letšatši le 12:14 seconds go fihla ka 12:16 seconds we re sepela ka N12 Freeway Alberton, Southcrest Alberton.
And my Lord, from 12:14 and 18 seconds on that same day, we were driving in N12 Freeway in Alberton until we got to 12:16:31.
Ngalelo langa lelo ke lazo i-19 zika June 2020 ngayo u-12:14:18 kwaze kwayofika ke ngayo u-12:16:31 sihamba ngayo umgwaqo leyana u-N12 Freeway e-Alberton kwaze kwasayofika ke N12 Freeway Southcrest.
Salogana mo gape ka 12:16:31 seconds ra tla ka no. Okay, ka di 2026-19 12:18 00 seconds, and then ra tla ka N3 and Fontaine 108 Jimiston.
On the same day at 12:18 and 00 seconds, we then drove into N3 Freeway in Elandsfontein.
12:18:10.
Yes.
Okay. Ngazo i-19 zika June 2020 ngayo isikhathi ke u-12:18:10 sihamba ngayo u-N3 Freeway e-Elandsfontein 108 eJemiston.
Then salogana mo letšatši leo 2026 19 12 19 11 seconds ra sepela ka N3 Freeway Albemarle Jimiston.
And on that same day at 12:19 and 11 seconds, we were driving in N3 Freeway Albemarle in Jamestown.
Ngalo lelo langa ke lange 19 zika June 2020 12:19 ama seconds awu-11 ke sihamba ku N3 Freeway e-Albemarle eJemiston.
Albemarle.
Albemarle, sorry about that.
I apologize, my Lord, it's Albemarle.
Albemarle ke ngiyakholisela lokho.
Umer salogana mo we ka 12:19 42 seconds near N3 Freeway for Reverse Park Alberton.
And on that same day, my Lord, at 12:19 and 42 seconds, we were driving in Fairworth Park in Alberton. Fairworth Park.
Sorry. Ngalo lelo langa ke lange 19 zika June 2020 12:19:42 sasihamba ke ku N3 Freeway eFairworth Park Alberton.
Salogana mo gape ka lona letšatši le go tloga ka 12:20:33 go fihla ka 19 gape 12:21:25 seconds we re feta road N3 Freeway road e Kop Jimiston.
And my Lord, on the same day of the 19th of June 2020 at 12:20 and 33 seconds, we joined N3 Freeway in Radio Kop in Jamestown up to 12:35 up to 12:21 and 25 seconds, and we were still in N3 Freeway in Radio Kop in Jamestown.
Ngazo ke i-19 zika June 2020 usuka ngayo ke u-12:20:33 kwaze kwayoshaya ke u-12:21:25 sasihamba ngawo ke umgwaqo lwawo N3 Freeway i-Road Kop 139 eJemiston.
Salona letšatši lo gape ka nako ya 12:23:55 seconds re sepela ka yona tsela eo near Berry Mares Road Freeway Boss go fihla ka 12:24:15 seconds.
And on the same day from 12:23 and 55 seconds, we were now driving in Berry Marais Road in Freeway Boss in Boksburg until 12:24 and 15 seconds still on the same road.
Ngalo lelo langa lelo ke kusuka ngaye ke 12:23:55 kwaze kwayoshaya ke 12:24:05. U-12:24:05 sasihamba ngawo ke umgwaqo ke abathi iBerry Mare eFree the Boss eBoksburg.
Umera sepela gape sana le tšatši 20:25:45 seconds ra tsena ka Birman Road Foslorus extension 29.
And on the same day at 12:25 and 45 seconds, we joined Birmar Road in Foslorus extension 29.
Ngalo lelo langa ke ngo-12:25:45 sase singena ke eBirman Road umgwaqo ke eBirman eFoslorus extension 29 eFoslorus.
Birman Road Foslorus ke mo court le gauswi le police station.
And Birman Road, it's at court near the police station, my lord, in Foslorus.
Umgwaqo ke eBirman police station iseduze kwecourt eFoslorus.
Umeka lo tšatši 12:26 16 seconds ka tima koloi.
And on that same day of the 19th of June 2020 at 12:26 and 16 seconds, I switched off the ignition.
Ngalo lelo langa lelo ke isikhathi ke u-12:36 ama-seconds awu-16 la ngacisha khona ke imoto.
And where were you at that stage?
Lebelele kae kana nako eo?
Re le mo gating ya court.
We were at the court gate.
Ngaleso sikhathi ke sasise gate-ini ke noma esangweni ke lasenkantolo.
Umeka 13:26:02 ka starta koloi gape.
And on the same day of the 19th of June 2020 at 13:26 and 2 seconds, I ignited the vehicle.
Ngalo langa lelo ke lange-19th kaJune 2020 isikhathi ke u-13:26 ama-seconds awu-2 ke ngadumisa imoto futhi.
And what was the reason?
Lebaka beileng,
Be ke shootela truck ya dibotso.
I was moving for a truck that was bringing prisoners.
Ngangisukela ke itraka eyayilethe iboshwa.
Umeka tšatši 13:27 gape ka tima koloi.
And on the same day at 13:27 and 19 seconds, I switched off the ignition.
Ngalo langa futhi ke ngaye u-13:27 ama-seconds awu-19 ngacisha imoto futhi.
Then ka tsena ka court.
And I went in court.
Ngapungena enkantolo.
E ke feditše sona le tšatši leo gape ka 14:04:08 seconds.
And when I was finished on the same day at 14:04 and 8 seconds,
Ngathi mase ngiqedile ke ngalo lelo langa ku-14:04 ama-seconds awu-80.
Ka starta koloi gape sa le ka mogare ga jarata ya tronko e re jarata ya court.
I ignited the vehicle once more whilst we were still in the courtyard.
Ngadumisa imoto futhi ke sise ngaphakathi kona ke amagceke asenkantolo.
Yes.
Sa le gona mo gape 14:06 ke sepela near entry freeway Foslorus.
And on the same day at 14:06 and 35 seconds, I joined the N3 freeway in Foslorus.
Yeah,
Kwase
just,
kuthi ke ngayo ke 14:06:35 ngase ngihlangana ke noma umgwaqo ke u-entry freeway eFoslorus.
but just before you proceed, when you switch off the ignition for the first time at 12:26:16, what happened?
Rene-
What happened to the accused?
Rene le tima koloi ka 13:26. Go diragetseng ka 12:26.
Re mo tsentšhitše di court cells.
We put him into the court cells.
Uma ngicisha ke imoto ngalesi sikhathi ke siwu-12:26 umsolwa ke nake sangenisa ke kuma-cell asenkantolo.
Yes, and then what happened to him?
Na pele gwa diragala eng ka yena?
O ile a tsena court.
He went into court.
Wangena enkantolo.
No, no, azange a tsene court. O tsene mo di-selling holding cells.
My apologies, my lord. He went into the court holding cells.
Ngiyaxolisaka kangenanga enkantolo kodwa wase eyogcinwa ke kuma-holding cells ke akhona lapho enkantolo.
Yes, the outcome thereof is on then Exhibit MM. Can you just put that on record?
Na pele katlholo e ile ya ba gona a shibo
The
botlhatsi
register,
bona
the self.
lena mo registereng mo go ngwadilwe eng
Can I help you?
le reng ba le thuse
The normal.
So,
It's UU1.
ke botlhatsi ba UU1
Okay, ke ile go tswa ke ile go mmea ba di holding cells ka go bona motšhotšhisi.
after placing him at the holding cells I went to see the prosecutor
ngathi uma sengimshiyileke kuma-cell alapho-ke ngahamba ngayobona umshushisi
Omme molato wa zanka ba o enrolla mo court roll.
and the matter was not enrolled on the court roll
nokuthi-ke icala lelo-ke lalingekho kuhla lamacala-ke asenkantolo ngalelo langa lelo.
Yes. Then what happened to the accused?
napile molatofatšwa go a diragala eng ka yena
Re ra mtšea ra sepela le yena.
we took him and left with him
Sase simthatha-ke yena-ke msolwa sihamba naye.
Yes, thank you. You were on the N3 freeway
lebe le le mo
First
tseleng ya
Lawrence.
N3
at 14:06:35.
ka 14:06:45 55
Ya re le pele re tloga kwa court Sergeant Mabena wila a lemoga gore o tlogetse dikhia tša gage le dikhia tša koloi le memory stick kwa Moroka.
when we
Police
left
station.
the court Sergeant Mabena noticed that he left his memory stick and his keys at Moroka police station
Sathi-ke uma siphuma-ke lapho noma sesihamba-ke lapho wase ebona-ke yena-ke uSergeant Mabena ukuthi wakhohlwa iy'khiya zakhe kanye nayo-ke i-memory stick yakhe e-police station yaseMoroka.
Omme re le re boela morago botsebotse ne tshwanetse re re ile Phokeng le ra ba re feta re driver re boela back Moroka police station.
and when returning back we were supposed to went to Phokeng however we drove back to Moroka police station
Kwakufanele ukuthi-ke sihamba-ke siya ePhukeng kodwa saphoqeleka-ke ukuthi-ke asiqale-ke eMoroka noma sibuyele khona eMoroka.
Omme re le go tloga Fosloras court ra ba re tsena ka driver ka N3 freeway Fosloras
and
ka
when
14:06:55 seconds.
And when we left the Phosphorus court, my lord, we drove into N3 freeway in Phosphorus at 14:06 and 55 seconds.
Kwase kuthi-ke ngo-14:65 ama-seconds-ke awu-55 uma siphuma khona-ke enkantolo eFosloras sase sihlangana-ke nomgwaqo-ke i-N3 freeway eFosloras.
Salo gona mo gape ka same day 14:07:35 ra feta gape N3 freeway free the Boksburg.
And on the same day at 14:07 and 35 seconds, we passed the N3 freeway Fredebos in Boksburg.
Kwase kuthi ngayo-ke u-14:07:35 sahamba ngayo-ke u-N3 freeway sadlula-ke e-Fredebos eBoksburg.
Salo gona mo gape ka na tšatši leo ka 14:09:12 seconds ra feta freeway road Cop 139 Jamestown.
And on the same day at 14:09 and 12 seconds, we passed the N3 freeway in Rodicop, the 139 in Jamestown.
Kwase kuthi ngalo lelo langa-ke 19/06/2020 u-14:09 isikhathi ama-seconds awu-12 u-N3 freeway sadlula-ke Cop 139 eJamestown.
Fitlela gape ka na tšatši leo 14:10:40 seconds ra ba re fetša freeway road Cop ka 14:11 tšatši leo ra ba re joina Heidelberg road Cop.
And on the same day at 14:10 and 40 seconds, that is when we were completing the N3 freeway Rodicop, and we were then at 14:11 and 10 seconds joining the Heidelberg road.
Kwase kuthi ngasekwe ngesikhathi-ke esiwu-1410 ama-seconds awu-40 ila esiqedelela khona-ke lo mgwaqo lo N3 Freeway kwathi ngo-14:11:10 sabe sesikhumana-ke noma sesihlangana-ke nomgwaqo-ke i-Heidelberg Rodekop Germiston.
go fitlhela ka lona tšatši leo ka 14:10 seconds ya ba re tšwa Heidelberg Road ka 14:17 re tsena ka Ring Road East New Market.
And on the same day at 14:14 and 10 seconds, that is when we were off ramping at Heidelberg Road in Ilatsfontein, and at 14:17:05 we then joined the Ring Road East in New Market Parks in Alberton.
Kwase kuthi-ke ngayo-ke u-14:14 ila esesimanje sesiphuma khona-ke noma siqeda khona-ke uhamba ngayo umgwaqo i-Heidelberg. Kwase kuthi ngo-14:17 singena-ke kumgwaqo i-Ring Road East e-New Market Park e-Alberton.
Re sepitše ka yona Ring Road East New Market Alberton o fitlhela ka lona letšatši la 2026 19:15:26 ke ge re tlo joina ka 15:27 re tlo joina Helston Street New Red Roof Alberton.
And we proceeded on that same road, my lord, and at 15:27, that is when we joined New Road West in New Redhurst in Alberton.
If I can take you back, I'm sorry.
Sihambile-ke ngawo lo mgwaqo lowo kwaze kwayoshaya-ke u-15:27:40.
Yes.
15:27:40 ila esesihlangana khona-ke nomgwaqo-ke i-Ring Road West e-New Red Road e-Alberton.
At 14:20:35 seconds, it shows that the ignition is off near Ring Road East New Market Alberton. Can you remember what the reason was?
Ka 14:20 le metsotswana e 35 go bontsha gore koloi ile ya tima mo Ring Road East le sa gopola gore le ba kabeleng.
Ngo-14:20 ke kuyatshengisa-ke la ukuthi imoto-ke yayicishiwe-ke e-Ring Road. Usakhumbula ukuthi isizathu kwakuyini?
If go gopola botse re eme samorara ka metsi if ke sa gopola botse.
If my memory serves me well, we stopped somewhere and bought water.
Uma kuwukuthi ngisakhumbula kahle khona la esemakhona-ke sathenga amanzi.
Napile ka 14:36 ra starta go le ra sama gape.
And at 14:36 and 59 seconds, we started the vehicle and drove off.
Ngokuthi-ke ngo-14:36-ke ila esadumisa khona-ke imoto sasesihamba futhi.
Yes. At which place did you buy water?
Ke kae tulong yewe e le rekileng metsi go yona?
I mean, is it a retailer? Is it a garage?
Ke lebenkele
Convenience
goba
store? Or
ke
do you
garage
remember
goba
what type of place that was?
ke be le tulo ye jwa.
Ukuthi indawo enjani-ke la enathenga khona-ke amanzi kwakuyisitolo kwakusegarage kwakuphi nendawo nje?
Gola botse ke ka molong a ke sa gopola re tsene Pick n Pay or kae mara ke mogare ga molo ya ra ema garage.
We went into a mall. I do not know which store exactly, whether was it Pick n Pay or which store, but we did not stop at a garage.
Azange simeke egarage. Uma kuwukuthi ngisakhumbula kahle-ke ila khona-ke ekunenxanxathela yey'tolo. Angisakhumbuli noma ukuthi sangena e-Pick n Pay noma kuphi nendawo.
And for whom were these purchases?
Le be le rekela mang?
Be rekela nna le mapena le ntanzi.
I was buying for myself, Mabena and Ntanzi.
Ngangithengela mina uMabhena kanye futhi noNtanzi.
Do you remember what you bought for accused, Mr. Ntanzi?
Gopola gore yena Ntanzi le mo reketseng.
Mo reketse metsi le di-Simba chips.
We bought water and Simba chips for him.
Usakhumbula ukuthi uNtanzi yena wamthengelani? Amthengela amanzi kanye nama-Simba chips.
Yes.
Le ka tswela pele.
Re le ra reila gape ra sepela.
We drove off.
Yeah, it shows that between 14:42 and 14:57 the car was idling.
E bontsha gore go tlogela ka 14:42 go fitlhela ka 14:57 koloi e bentse e duma.
Njengisake la ukuthi ngayo u-14:42 kwaze kwaba u-14:57 imoto yayiduma.
In fact, up until 15:22,
botse e bontsha go fitlhela ka 15:22.
Kodwa uma ubheka ke itshengisako noma ikhombisako ukuthi yayiduma ke kwaze kwayoshaya u1522.
Bere fetare ma di roboto, ki mo di roboto.
This is where we were passing the robots, and this is where we stopped.
Ila esasifika khona ke kuma robot bese siyama khona.
Umersalo wana mo gape 2026 19 15 25 55. Bere driver ga yona King Ring Road East New Market Alberton.
And on the same day at 15:25 and 55 seconds, we were driving in Ring Road East New Market Park in Alberton.
Kuthi ke ngazo i19 lezo zika June 2020 isikhathi 15:25 55 bona ke umgwaqo iRing Road East New Market Park eAlberton sasihamba ngawo.
Ufitlela ka 15:27 30 seconds ra tsena ka Harrison Street Red Ruth.
And at 15:27 and 30 seconds, we went into Helston Street in New Road in Alberton.
Kwaze kwayofika ke ngayo u15:27 nama seconds awu30 singena kusona ke istrada iHelston eNew Red Road eAlberton.
Omega la chachile 15:27 40 seconds. Ratana isale ona Ring Road West New Red Road.
And at 15:27 and 40 seconds, we were still at Ring Road West in New Red Road in Alberton.
Kwase kuthi ngayo ke u15:27 nama seconds awu40 samba ngayo ke samba ngayo Ring Road West eNew Red Road eAlberton.
Melo chachile 15:29 55 seconds. Ratana ka Fort Reke Road New Red Road Alberton ofitla ka 15:30 5 seconds.
And on the same day, my lord, of the 16th of the 19th of June in 2020, we went into Fort Reke Road New Red Road in Alberton at 15:29 and 55 seconds.
Ngalo lelo langa lelo ke langa 19th ka June 2020 ngayo ke u15:29 55 zishaya ke u15:30 05 sahamba ngayo ke eFort Reke khona ke eNew Red Road eAlberton.
Lona chachile gape 15:30 20 seconds ra joina N12 Freeway Alberton.
On the same day at 15:30 and 20 seconds, we joined the N12 Freeway in Alberton.
Kwase kuthi ke ngayo u15:30 ama seconds awu20 sase sikhumana ke nomgwaqo iN12 Freeway eAlberton.
Fitlela ka 15:31 39 seconds re fetsa o tswa mo Freeway N12 for Alberton. Ra joina N12 Freeway Basonia ka 15:34 02 seconds.
And we were on the N12 Freeway in Alberton until 15:31 and 39 seconds. That is when at 34 and 2 seconds we joined N12 Freeway Basonia in Johannesburg South.
Kwaze kwashaya ke u15:31 sihamba ngayo ke iN12 Freeway eAlberton kwaze kwayo u15:34 nama seconds awu2 uma sesikhumana ke nomgwaqo iN12 Freeway eBasonia.
Utloka ka 15:35 00 seconds ufitla ka 15:35 45 seconds Verosalmo ra joina Rafita N12 Freeway Glen Eagles and N12 Freeway Cederdorp Johannesburg South.
And at 15:35 and 00 seconds, we were in N12 Freeway in Glen Eagles, Johannesburg, until 15:35 and 45 seconds, where we joined Said Road in Johannesburg South on the same freeway N12.
Asasihamba lapho ke kwaze phakathi kwa 15:35 15:35 no 15:35 la sasikhona ke ku-N12 Freeway eGlen Eagles kwase kuthi ngo-15:35 45 sihamba kuyona ke u-N12 Freeway eSuiderpoort eJohannesburg South.
Salona the 19th of June 2020 ka 15:36 10 seconds. tsena N12 Freeway, Winchester Hills, Johannesburg South.
On the same aforementioned date at 15:36 and 10 seconds, that is when we were now driving at N12 Freeway, Winchester Hill, Johannesburg South.
Ngalo lelo langa-ke ngo-15:36:10 sase singena-ke ku-N12 Freeway eWinchester Hills, Johannesburg.
Recipe ka yona salana tšatši la 2026-19 go fitlhela ka 15:37:25 seconds re tlogela N12 Freeway Ridgeway re tsena ka 15:38 N12 Freeway RT.
We used the same road, my lord, up until at 15:37 and 25 seconds. That is when we left Ridgeway and joined Alberton.
Sambile-ke ngalo mgwaqo leyo-ke kwaze ufika ngo-15:37:25 ila esesishiya khona-ke leyo mgwaqo leyo-ke i-N12 Freeway i-Ridgeway kwase kuthi-ke ngo-15:38 sayojoyina-ke i-N12 Freeway i-Alberton.
Ka 15:39:55 seconds ba re joina Old Potchefstroom Road, Deep Kloof 319 IQ, Johannesburg South.
At 15:39 and 55 seconds on the same day, we then joined the Old Potchefstroom Road, Deep Kloof 319 IQ in Johannesburg South.
Kwase kuthi-ke ngo-15:39:55 sase siyoxhumanaka nomgwaqo i-Old Potchefstroom e-Deep Kloof 319 IQ, Johannesburg.
Recipe ka yona tsela ya go fitlhela ka 15:41:00 seconds.
We used the same road, my lord, until 15:41 and 00 seconds.
Sambile-ke ngawo lo mgwaqo leyo kwaze kwayoba ngo-15:41 nama-seconds-ke u-00.
And then 15:41 ke re tsena re sa lwana mo near Old Potchefstroom Road, Deep Kloof, Soweto.
And at 15:41 and 10 seconds, that is when we were now at Old Potchefstroom Road in Deep Kloof 319 IQ in Soweto.
Kwase kuthi ngo-15:41 nama-seconds awu-10-ke la sesiyongena khona-ke noma sesihlangana-ke nomgwaqo-ke i-Old Potchefstroom e-Deep Kloof 319 IQ, Soweto.
15:43, 15 seconds, we re feta Old Potchefstroom Road, Deep Kloof Zone 6.
At 15:43 and 15 seconds, that is when we were passing the Old Potchefstroom Road in Deep Kloof Zone 6 in Deep Kloof.
Kwase kuthi-ke ngo-15:43 ama-seconds awu-14 esidlula khona-ke e-Old Potchefstroom Road e-Deep Kloof Zone 6.
Go fitlhela re sa sepela ka yona Old Potch Road, Deep Kloof Zone 6 go fitlhela ka 16:03, 15 seconds.
And we were driving on the same road of Old Potchefstroom Road in Deep Kloof Zone 6 until 15:03 and 15 seconds.
16:03.
Yes.
Okay. Sambile-ke ngawo lo mgwaqo leyo kwaze kwayoshaya-ke u-16:03 sihamba ngawo lo mgwaqo loyo u-Old Potchefstroom Road e-Deep Kloof Zone 6.
Go fitlhela ka 16:08 re tlo joina Chris Hani Road, Klipspruit.
Until 15:06 16:08, my lord, when we joined Chris Hani Klipspruit.
Kwaze kwashaya-ke u-16:08 uma sesihlangana-ke noma sesifumanaka nomgwaqo i-Chris-Hani e-Klipspruit 318 eSoweto.
Go make 16:13, 15 seconds, go fitlha 16:14, 55 seconds, we re sepela ka Chris Hani Road, Dlamini.
And from 16:13 and 15 seconds, we were driving in Chris Hani Road in Dlamini.
Ngaso-ke leso sikhathi leso phakathi kwaso u-16:13 u-16:14 isikhathi sihamba ngaso-ke lowo mgwaqo loyo-ke i-Chris-Hani eDlamini eSoweto.
Go me sa lona letšatši leo gape 16:16, 05 seconds, we re sepela near Boma Street, Dlamini, Soweto.
And on the same day of the 19th of June at 16:16 and 05, we were driving at Koma Road in Dlamini, Soweto.
Naye-ke u-16:05 sasikwistrada-ke ikoma eDlamini eSoweto.
And then ka letšatši leo 16:16, 53 seconds, ke re tsena ka jarata ya Kalima Street, Moroka Police Station.
And on the same day at 16:16 and 53 seconds, That is when I went into the yard of Moroka Police Station in Mkalima Street.
Katima koloi.
16, 53 yila engena khona kumadzekeke e-police station eMakhalima Street eMoroka nasenhlishi imoto.
And I turned off the ignition of the vehicle.
Sergeant Mabena fologa a ilonya kana le motho na le mo officing a shilling dikiatara le memory stick.
And Sergeant Mabena went out of the vehicle to go and look for that particular person who was in the office where he left his keys and the memory card.
Waseke ehlake
Memory stick.
Ehlake emotweni uSergeant Mabena eyake eyobheka ke umuntu wayeke kuhhovisi lelo awashiya kulona ke ikhiya kanye nayo ke imemory stick.
A ke tsorna o khonna o mo fumana ba ngaruri le go bua are o re wa tla motho o re meemele o sa le go jana.
I do not know how was he able to get hold of that person, because when he came back, he said that person had asked that we should wait for him as they were still far.
Angazi ke ukuthi ke umthola wamthola kanjani ke leyo muntu loyo, kodwa ke wase ecela ke ukuthi asimlindeke ngoba ke leyo muntu leyo wayesekude.
Yes. The fact of the matter is that you had to wait. Is that correct?
Lilela fela jaliye.
Well, what Sergeant Mabena
Correct.
said is hearsay, so you had to wait. Yes.
Ka gore bele la botlhano batho ba chaishitse.
Yes, it was on Friday and people had knocked off.
Kwadingekala ukuthi silinde lapho ke ngoba ke kwakuwo lesihlanu abantu babesebemleke emsebenzini.
Kamera ga di irinyana shuru di memo o ila tsena gape Sergeant Mabena a bua le dikiatse tsa le memory stick.
After a few hours that we waited there, Sergeant Mabena then went in and came back with his keys.
Emuva ke kwamahora ke athize ke silindileke lapho wangena ke uMabena wasebuya nazo ikhiya zakhe.
Kana ba re medi iri tse pedi.
We might have waited 2 hours.
Kusengenzeka ukuthi salinda amahora amabili.
Gomme o lo kra dikiatsa ka starta motor gape ka same date 1828
And
30 seconds.
when he got his keys on the same date at 18:28 and 30 seconds, I ignited the vehicle once more.
Yes. Just yes.
Uma semdumisa ke imoto
1828.
And what time did you leave?
Re tswa kwa Moroka Police Station nearly 1833 ke joina Chris Hani Road.
When we left Moroka Police Station, it was at 18:33 and 30 seconds when I joined Chris Hani Road.
Masiphuma ke lapho emoto kwaku 1833 masengena ke eKrisani.
As a good, please, my lord, we've reached the end of the normal court sitting time. Can we adjourn until tomorrow?
Okay.
Roster fitlhe nakong ya gore re tlhome go fella moki motho o tshotse go fela gore re tswele pele go sasa.